everybody. My name is Ed. I'm in my armchair, and the smoking lamp is lit. And guess what I'm smoking today? My favorite pipe. This is also my newest pipe. My pipe I would normally never buy. Look at this guy. Just a beauty, right? Beauteous Megamus Maximus. That's Latin, you know. It's a straight pipe. Remember, this month I'm smoking straight pipes to smoke every pipe. Still got a lot to go yet, but I'm smoking a straight pipe every day. But what's special about this one, and again, normally I don't get stuff like this, but first of all, it is Smarty Bob's fault. Not my fault. Smarty Bob fault. He's evil because he got this pipe and he showed it on his video. And I saw it. Had to get it. But look what I got. One, it's a Morgan Bones pipe, which I don't have any Morgan Bones, so that was good. That was one of the deciding factors. Let's see if you can see it. A little jack-o'-lantern Halloween pipe. And again, normally I don't get stuff like this, but it's like, I saw his video, went right to my computer, looked up Morgan Bones, found his website, and bought it. There's only 25 of these going to be made, or have been made. And I got it. I carved Halloween pipe. Still not my bestest pipe. You'll see that next week. And I'll tell you, I got it yesterday. Smoked it. Now, this is my second smoke. And this is a really good little pipe. Goes straight through, pipe cleaner goes straight through, no problem. Great draw to it. This is a really neat little pipe. And for me, it's really not that expensive. So, my new Halloween pipe. But you're also saying, but armchair, what happens? Haven't you gotten any new tampers? Let me show you a few. I need to acknowledge these guys. First of all, this is a little guy right here. You may recognize it. This is from Cane Rod Piper. He came over, we smoked a few bowls together, and he gave me this tamper. He made a bunch of these. Nice, I like it. It's free and unique. Then, Jonathan Sow Dog Piper. gave this little poker, little tamper, number 31. That's a railroad spike put in there. I like it. And I just got this one in from Donnie, Hillbilly Piper. Look at that. He made a bunch. Isn't that neat? I love it. So if you're worried about if I don't have enough tampers, you can sleep easy tonight. That's the truth. Simple little things. It is fall. My favorite time of year. Within that day, dusk, just my favorite time. So, let me talk about some of the simple things. Mainly starting with fall, autumn. I face it, I live in Pennsylvania. It is gorgeous. In my area, it is starting to peak. It's close. Yesterday, I got in my car, went down to Yardley, which is right on the Delaware River across from Trenton, New Jersey. Went up the River Road, which is just a beautiful drive, the Washington Crossing, which you've heard me talk about many a time. There, I just sat and watched the river and really started reminiscing about fall. And some of my favorite fall memories really come from when I lived in Evansville, Indiana. This was from 5th grade through freshman year of high school. I lived only a half a block away from the high school. And for fall, I was only about 3 blocks away from Evansville College. Where they had, every year, they had their homecoming. I was right there, so we had the homecoming parade, which I just love watching. But it gave me that feel of fall. The leaves, besides turning, where I lived was kind of an old established neighborhood. Typical, not small, narrow roads, but still. The trees on that block, it was almost a complete canopy over the street, from trees on either side. So when you had that slight breeze, the leaves turning, falling, beautiful. But the fall also gave me great memories of, and sometimes you just your whole body goes back. And your whole body feels. One thing around that time that you did, we can't do that anymore, is raking leaves, but we used to burn them. Sometimes we'd burn them on the street. Sometimes we take them out. We had an alley, burn right there on the alley. And you just smell that, the leaves burning. I had mentioned this before. This kind of got me into pipe smoking. The smells of pipe smoking, what you're doing, is just fantastic. In Evansville also, that time period, if you went out of the city, almost the whole time, there'll be farmers burning their fields. That's what we did in those days. They've already harvested everything, and now they would burn the fields. And you could just smell that in the air. Oh, I love that. I love the feeling there. That was fall. You had also, I've already felt this quite a few times already this year, when you just got that cleaner, crisper air. And it reminds me of the days when Saturdays and Sundays, we'd be out playing football. You know, me and my dad used to throw the football around a lot because I was only a half a block from my school and we had fields. But with those fields, we also would have football games, make up the rules as we went. And I love football, but in those days, you'd only get one football game, on a Sunday. That was it. In Evansville, guess kind of be St. Louis or Chicago would be quote our home teams, but still, being out inside doing that. Once in Colorado, talk about the rustle of the leaves. Aspen leaves, if you get into the mountains, fall there is just pure gold and green from the pine trees. And watching the aspen leaves, which I don't know if you know of them, but they're about this big, kind of like a silver dollar. When the wind is blowing through them, they just rustle and make all these sights. And if you get a tree towards the sundown, or when it catches the sun, they're just beautiful and just sparkle. And of course, we falling used to go up into the mountains quite a lot with my friend who's a professional photographer, or I'd just go up there myself. And of course, if I could, when my parents had moved back here to Pennsylvania, I would try to come here for the fall, try to time it, just to catch the fall leaves. Oh, I love it. A few other little special things, special memories, which when something reminds me of it, it is great. Hearing a train whistle. We have a train track within less than 3 miles of me. At night especially, if I'm sitting out on the porch, you'll hear the train whistle. But that reminds me of my times in West Virginia, because we were only maybe 4 blocks away from the hills, with train track going on. And I go back to remembering steam engines. Always loved the trains. Water. Oh. Watching a river go by. I could just do it. We were not far from a river in West Virginia. Pennsylvania, Delaware River is really close. In fact, my best friend, him and I were in high school here in Pennsylvania. But while I was out in Colorado, he moved out to Colorado. And when I retired, him and I drove out to Pennsylvania. And it was the first time he'd been back in a while. So we had to go get a pizza, a couple of cigars, found a bench on the Delaware River, and just watched the river go by. Just incredible. The sounds of water. A stream that has little ripples in it. And of course, being a Navy guy, the rhythms of the ocean. Oh, just incredible. Out to sea, again, the rhythms of the waves as our ship was, going through the water. I'd be up at the top smoking my pipe, just listening to the sounds of the ship, which was mainly the waves from the ocean. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of reminiscing. Simply because this summer or fall, like everyone, as it starts becoming fall, if you will, it just kind of takes me back. Also, especially in Evansville, Indiana, we were only 3 blocks away from our church, which was a big church, had a big bell tower, and from my house was no problem hearing the bells, each hour. It was something else. So I don't normally solicit comments, but today, this video, comment. Tell me some of your little things, the things that you remember, things that you like now. I'll put them into maybe another video. I mean, the first time I ever did something like this, I completely mentioned, or did not mention, the ocean waves. How do I miss that? Oh. So, tell me a few of your special little things. Especially something that you'd be remembering while you're smoking your pipe. So one last thing, if you guys are still here and want to stick around a little bit longer, one of my favorite things is hearing church bells. And this is something I did a couple years ago. If you go to Washington Crossing State Park or Washington Cross the Delaware, which I go to a lot, I love to just go there, walk around, grab a bench, and just sit and watch the river go by. But if you get there at the right time, just before noon, at noon, you have bells from a town that you actually can't see across the river, but there's quite a few churches, if you will. I go out of my way to try and be there at that time. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes from the different churches. So if you want to stick around after I've done my ending, I'm just going to put that in again. Your moment of Zen. 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 Well, thank you for watching. Hope you liked it, and if you did, hit like and subscribe. And remember, if you don't like this, you're not going to get to heaven. So stick around for a little moment of Zen, and may your smoking lamp always be lit. Take care out there.